Battlefield 2042, is it set for failure? I don't personally think so, but let's check out 5 reasons why that still may happen. So before we begin, guys, today's sponsor is Rider Clothing. Rider Clothing is a company that I own. It's a clothing brand primarily based on road safety, and any profit on the road awareness and biker awareness line, all the profits go to charity for road awareness and campaigning and safety. Now we're going to be running a 10% discount over the next 30 days on all of that lineup, so grab yours today down in the link below. Welcome back, guys, to another video where we'll be checking out 5 real reasons why Battlefield 24 may be doomed to fail. Now, starting off at number 5, operator traits and perks. Battlefield has now adjusted its operator class so that each operator has its own gadget and its own trait. For example, Webster McKay with his grappling hook and his trait Nimble, where he can move around quicker. Or Boris with his sentry turret and sentry turret operator, who outlines targets detected by his turret. However, most operators make sense except from a select few like Jisoo Park that have questionable and possible broken gadgets and traits that really detract from the lure of other operators. In regards to Jisoo Park, she has her EMG scanner which makes enemies visible through even walls and so will threat perception. These are very similar to what you would get through walling. Essentially, obviously, we get hackers in every single game, and yes, you can fight fire with fire, but for those not hacking, using this operator may just be broken and stop people playing the game altogether. There are other operators like Sundance with her 3 different smart grenades that can disable everything and may also be very overpowered. At number 4, we have, carrying on with the new operator theme, is no team differentiation. No different skins between team versus enemy, no colour changes or obvious way to distinguish teams apart. For those playing the beta with lower HUD opacity and or being off, this can cause some massive issues. And during the beta there were name glitches where enemy names would not appear and neither would teammate names. So you'd just be randomly running around shooting everyone, just randomly hoping that they were not friendly, and sometimes you just die to people that you believed were friendly. Now, coming in at number 3 is the grand scale of Battlefield 2042. Now, the hazard zone mode is fantastic, but it's very Tarkov-esque, and that's not going to be for everyone. It's going to be like a cross between a battle royale and Tarkov, the survival RL shooter. You're still going to get a lot of people who will just play Battlefield 2042 for that game mode. In regards to Portal, you will have many different game modes, versions, whether it be 5 jets versus 120 odd RPGs, or whether it be 20 EAD bots versus 5 tanks, whether it be knives versus defibrillators. All these sort of things can be created in the game. And the problem is the game mode may become very washed out, but a lot of people may choose to play that just for its whole creative aspect, and that it's normal mode that you wouldn't typically find in Battlefield's standard game mode. And then as for the grand scale of Conquest and Rush and so on, with 128 players, Battlefield is known for that game mode, or those game modes, and it's very stale now. It's gone along through Battlefield Bad Company, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 2042. And as you can see, that's a long time for one game mode just to stick around without any real changes to how it's played. Now, DICE have approached this and changed the way Conquest works with the multiple capture points within said zones, and you need to capture the points to capture the zone. Now, yeah, that's a nice addition, but it may detract people from playing that, as Portal and Hazard Zones are 2 new things within Battlefield that haven't been introduced before. This may introduce longer waits for you to find a game, and hopefully this doesn't put people off. And then in regards to the single player campaign, there is none, and Battlefield, especially Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, were the pinnacle of this campaign mode for Battlefield, and with the introduction of Irish and Pac, although yes, Pac dies in the short film that, you know, DICE did release, the fact Irish is still in it and there is no story or definitive story within the game kind of sucks. I'm hoping that they put an underlying story within the game and add new modes, whether it be through Hazard Zone or whether it be through the Conquest modes, that just add little bits of snippets in addition and carry on the actual campaign that carried on from Battlefield 4. Coming in number 2, this is something I see regular in video comments, forums, other YouTube videos, but people are making comparisons to Call of Duty, in particular Warzone. And now I can see where they're kind of going with this, because DICE have admitted that the game was originally going to be created as a battle royale, and you can see a lot of similar traits to previous Battlefield battle royales and other battle royales, most likely towards COD. From movement to recoil to general use of the game, there is a lot that's similar, and thankfully though, DICE have fixed that really quick since the beta ended. Hopefully though, they will continue to improve and change and tweak all of these things that are very, very imitative of battle royales into its own individual kind of feature. And lastly, content and bugs is going to be the final one. This is the main issue, and this is the one that kind of plagues most games. With 3 other game modes already being available in Battlefield 2042, the Portal mode really questions me as to how much content can be added or can be available to use, which could be new maps, weapons and skins. Those are the typical things, but is there anything else? Nothing really may excite the fans, nothing that may change the game in a significant way or that add more to the game. The beta was really buggy and to some really signified that the game wasn't ready for launch. However, it was a 3-month build and a lot was fixed within the first day of the beta. Now, when I say the game was a 3-month-old build, the game had been built for 3 months. They had kept that version and they used that as the beta. They then had however many months afterwards, way in advance before the game was even announced, to add and change and tweak and fix all these bugs and issues. And Battlefield used that 3-month-old build as the beta. It wasn't without its flaws, and there was a lot of things that would have gone into the live game, and like I said, within the first day, Battlefield made very quick changes to the beta and to the final version, like the movement system, like the recall system, and they also introduced fixing all the glitches and the visual glitches that were on the screen. All of these things may detract from Battlefield 2042 and cause people to cancel their pre-orders, and the people have been very vocal about that, cancelling their pre-orders. Now we're hoping very much that DICE do go along and fix these issues. If I've missed anything within these top 5, if there is something that you feel that could completely ruin Battlefield 2042 that I haven't had on this list, please comment it down below. I'd really like to know your guys' opinions. And while you're down there, if you haven't already, hit like and subscribe. It goes a long way and helps amazingly, and I appreciate all of you guys who have followed already. There'll be another video coming on very soon on the top 5 reasons why Battlefield 2042 will succeed and my full thoughts on the game. Now guys, thank you very much for watching and have a good day.